Picture yourself standing in the shadow of the Great Pyramid. The desert wind carries the whispers of a civilization that mastered both the heavens and the human spirit. Among their gods was one who did not rule through thunder or war, but through wisdom, Thoth, the divine architect of consciousness itself. The ancients said that when he spoke, reality listened. Every symbol, every measurement, every rhythm of life came from his mind. Yet what most never hear is this. Thoth left behind teachings meant not for priests or kings, but for anyone ready to awaken to a higher state of being. These are Thoth's lost lessons, hidden for ages, waiting for the moment humanity was ready to remember. Thoth's first lesson was simple but revolutionary. Consciousness is the foundation of everything. Long before modern physics spoke of energy and frequency, Thoth taught that thought itself was creative, that the universe is mental. He inscribed these truths on the fabled emerald tablets, writing that all is mind. The universe is the reflection of the one thought. To the uninitiated, it was myth. But to initiates of the ancient mystery schools, it was a practical science. They learned that every idea, every emotion, every vibration within you echoes outward into the cosmos, shaping the experiences you call fate. What you believe, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. This was not poetry, it was engineering of the soul. The second lesson, as above, so below. Thoth revealed that the universe is a grand mirror. The spiral of galaxies repeats in your DNA. The flow of the Nile mirrors the flow of energy through your veins. When you study the heavens, you study yourself. When you heal your mind, the world around you shifts in response. Modern mystics call this the Law of Correspondence. It's the bridge between spirit and matter, a reminder that the macrocosm and microcosm are the same divine pattern, viewed from different scales. So when chaos surrounds you, don't fight the mirror. Polish it. Bring clarity within, and the reflection will transform. Thoth's third lesson concerned vibration. All things move, he wrote. Nothing rests. Even the stillest stone hums with unseen motion. Thoughts are waves, emotions are currents, and every being radiates a signature frequency. When you feel love, you broadcast harmony. When you dwell in fear, you emit distortion. The universe simply responds to whichever signal you send most consistently. So Thoth taught initiates to become masters of their inner vibration, to use breath, sound, and sacred geometry to tune the instrument of consciousness itself. Today we'd call it meditation, frequency work, even mindfulness. But he called it attunement with the divine mind. Change your frequency, and your world rearranges itself accordingly. The fourth lesson, transmutation. Thoth's students were alchemists, but not merely of metals. They sought to turn the lead of ignorance into the gold of awareness. Every fear was raw material, every wound a furnace, every emotion potential energy waiting to be refined. When anger arises, transmute it into passion. When sorrow appears, refine it into wisdom. This is the inner alchemy that births the awakened being, the philosopher's stone hidden within your own heart. You do not escape your shadows, you illuminate them. That is how the lower self becomes the higher. Thoth taught that life moves in cycles, like the breath of Ra, the rising and setting of divine energy. There will be expansion and contraction, illumination and darkness. The secret is to dance with the rhythm rather than resist it. When the tide recedes, prepare. When it rises, create. He reminded his students that wisdom is not found in still waters, but in learning how to navigate the current. Every setback is only the pendulum preparing its swing forward.
When you trust this rhythm, you cease to fear change, for you realize change is the heartbeat of creation.
Another of Thoth's hidden lessons spoke of the sacred union within. He revealed that the universe operates through two complementary forces: the masculine, focused, directive, illuminating, and the feminine, receptive, creative, nurturing. When these are balanced inside you, consciousness expands. When they are divided, confusion reigns. The mind must serve the heart, and the heart must trust the wisdom of the mind. This union births what Thoth called Ma'at consciousness, a state of perfect balance between intuition and logic, action and stillness, heaven and earth. In the higher temples, the final lesson was taught without words: silence. Because the greatest truths are felt, not spoken. Every initiate was trained to sit in stillness until their thoughts became transparent. Only then could the voice of Thoth, the inner divine intelligence, be heard. Silence, he said, is the womb of creation. When you fall silent, you stop shaping reality unconsciously. Your words become sacred again. Your energy gathers coherence. Modern science might call this coherence brain-heart synchronization. Thoth simply called it alignment with the one mind. When the lessons were mastered, a transformation occurred. The initiate realized that Thoth was never an external god, but the archetype of the awakened intellect within every human being. To awaken higher consciousness is to remember that you are the tablet, you are the temple, you are the scribe of your own destiny. The ancient schools demanded not belief, but embodiment. They taught that knowledge means nothing until it becomes being. Every time you choose awareness over reaction, compassion over judgment, silence over noise, you are writing the emerald tablet anew, inside your own heart. So, when you look up at the stars tonight, remember, they are not distant fires in the sky.
They are reflections of the light you carry within.
The universe does not awaken through grand miracles, but through ordinary humans remembering their divinity one breath at a time. That is what Thoth meant by higher consciousness. Not escape from the world, but mastery within it. The lesson is not to worship the gods of old, but to become what they represented: wisdom, balance, creation, truth. And when you do, the words once carved in emerald become your living reality. As above, so below. As within, so without. The miracle of the one thing.